This is a review based purely off of my memory. I first saw this movie in the summer of 2021. I believe it was on Turner Classic Movies or something like that. And I had always wanted to see it. This movie is directed by Michael Ritchie and it came out in 1976. On the back of the box, it was one of 1976's top grossing films. Bad News Bears. I picked up this copy today for a friend. I'm going to send it to my friend Vince, unbeknownst to him. If he watches this video, then he'll know about it. But I thought, who else loves movies and cinemas? My friend Vince, and he needs to see this movie because it was an impactful movie in my life, and I hope he enjoys it. This movie is a 2001 copy, originally purchased at Borders Books, and it was originally $9.99. Then it was marked down to $5.99. Still in the shrink wrap after 22 years. So, Walter Matthau, Tatum O'Neal, Vic Morrow, those are some of the big names in this film. And 2 years prior to this, at the 74 Academy Awards, Tatum O'Neal had won an Oscar. I think she was the youngest actress ever to win an Oscar, or one of them. And she had been in that movie Paper Moon alongside of her dad, black and white, kind of a noir revival movie in 1973. And she's equally as good of a child actor in this movie as she was in that movie, and she's a couple of years older, so I don't know. I like this movie. It reminds me of the Licorice Pizza movie that I saw last Christmas, because if this movie also takes place in the San Fernando Valley, Canoga Park, I think, is where it takes place, and this movie takes place in the San Fernando Valley because of that's where P.T. Anderson grew up as well. Anyway, so this is just one of those reviews that's going to be based off of pivotal moments. I just think that it's a dark movie. There's dark elements. You got this guy, the Walter Matthau character. He's this drunk that's a pool man, and he drives around in a late 60s Cadillac convertible, and he pulls the trunk lid off and has all of his pool cleaning equipment in there. And I believe he's dating the mother, if I'm not mistaken, of the Tatum O'Neal character, but he's not really doing anything with his life. He's hard up for luck, and there's all these working parents who are too busy to work and manage their own kids' little league in the San Fernando Valley, so they kind of throw money his way to do it. But he's got a lot of talent as a manager, and he's got this ragtag group of kids, and he tries to make them into a winning team, and all these people were the down-and-out losers that you would never really bet on, but then, you know, watch the movie, you'll see what happens. And then Vic Morrow is the opposite guy. He's like ex-military, because I remember if you ever seen the TV show Combat, he plays a World War II guy. This is just kind of a carryover. He's this very intense guy, and he's just kind of a angry dad pushing their kids to the point of breaking. And there's a very pivotal scene at the end of the movie that I won't get into, but it's a hard movie, and it's just also got a lot of emotion and a lot of comedy because of, you know, these kids are crude and rude. And are kids really that nasty? I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe I was just growing up under a rock when I was a kid. So I'm looking at my notes, because if I said I wasn't going to review it in my letter that I wrote my friend, and then here I am reviewing it just to have content. I like movies like this, period movies, where it was made in the time. It's like a slice of life as a kid growing up in the mid-70s in the San Fernando Valley. No technology whatsoever, a simpler place in time. You get on your bike, you ride around, you get hurt. Will kids of this generation ever measure up to the kids of old? Maybe in some ways and not in other ways. But IMDb gives this movie 7.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 97% rating. Google users are 84%. And I am more along the lines with the Rotten Tomatoes score. I am 5 out of 5 on this movie. I remember the first time that I saw it 2 years ago, I was just like, wow. And I know there was a remake of it in the early 2000s with Billy Bob Thornton. I have not seen that one. But to me, I don't need to see that one because this is a classic. And it's a deep movie. Like, I think people always talk about it as just kind of like this kitschy comedy, but to me, it's just very deep. And I am interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this film. It's a 101-minute runtime. So that's my review on that.
Are you serious?
I get no respect in here. I'm rolling tape, and you just come in here and you disrupt me.
Where's your sign, like video in progress or something? Peace
This
out.
is what happens when you live in an 1,100 square foot house and you have a large family. You get no respect. So yeah, that's my review. Bad News Bears. Check it out. If you've seen it and you just want to talk about it, comment. I will interact, I promise. And try to cut the distractions out of your life and just have some simpler times like the 1970s. But don't do drugs. Until next time.